Welcome back to the USA Dynasty, and today we are in our very first Sun Belt Championship game. Year 1 went really well, but we didn't make the Sun Belt Championship. This year went really well, and it was close to us missing the championship, but we beat Arkansas State. We locked up in what could be considered the division championship for our division, and now we face the number 20 Marshall Thundering Herd. 10-2 on the year, 7-1. We're top 10 at number 8. A win here puts us in the college football playoffs guaranteed, and out comes this Jaguars offense, which has been electric all season, starting with a toss play to Duke Watson, and it's going to be a 3-yard loss. That is star player for Marshall, Nnamdi Aboko, on 2nd and 13. We're going to get this out to the 33. Now, Nnamdi is their defensive tackle. He's a big body, and he's a problem. On 3rd and 4, Duke Watson 1 yard short of the first down. We stay out on the field. We'll go for it. Watson, and they say he got it. I don't know that I agree with that call, but we'll just go hurry up and not let them review. Now the throw underneath, Brendan Jenkins, the senior. And that's going to be a 7-yard gain, as this is effectively a senior game for us. We kind of glossed over the senior game in the regular season. Thankfully in the Sun Belt, as we convert on 3rd down. In the Sun Belt, the number 1 team in the conference gets to host the championship game, so we actually get our senior game here, assuming we don't get a home game in the college football playoffs, which I don't think we will. 3rd and 4 again, and this time somehow we're getting some friendly chains as that moves the sticks, but I don't think that was a first down again. 3rd and 3 now. Duke Watson outrunning the edge rusher, and he gets the first down. That was linebacker TJ Capers, the other star player on this Marshall defense, and he got outrun by Duke. Now a 7-yard gain makes it 3rd and 1. A long drive to start off this game. 3rd and 1. Rivers dropping back, throwing this one underneath, caught Mbakwe, and he hangs on despite the hit. That was not the time to throw it to him. Still works out. 1st and 10. Pitch out. Duke Watson waltzing into the end zone. He dives in. And Duke scores his first of the game. And there it is. He's hitting the pose. He's saying, "Give me the Heisman." Currently, he leads the watch list, and we'll see if he can lock it up with a good game here. Again, players to watch out for: TJ Capers, another linebacker, Miles Graham, Nnamdi Aboko, and on offense, Peyton Jones, their star player. But they're going to start with a throw through the air. Tank Hawkins, another really good wide receiver. This Marshall team is really good. Carlos Del Rio Wilson throwing this one for 3 yards outside. That's caught by Atlee Cowan. Now 3rd and 7. Del Rio Wilson dropping back, and he's sacked. How about Randy Noble filling in for Ansel Dinamba, out for the rest of the year, ended his career, and we have seen some just good pass rushing at times. Now Duke Watson back on offense, bouncing this one inside, cutting it back outside. That's a big gain to the 49-yard line. They get to midfield. Watson stuffed on his first few runs, but things are starting to heat up for him. Now a carry up the middle. Watson has some blocking outside. Watson inside the 25, cannot get the end zone there, but it's still going to be a huge gain. Now 1st and 10 at the 23. Throw over the middle for Godfrey, and Jake Godfrey will get down to the 8-yard line. Now currently with deal breakers, we project to bring every single player back on offense that are our major players, as Kenyon Clay runs this one in for 6. That means you can expect to see Ryan Rivers, Duke Watson, Jake Godfrey, Jalen Mbakwe, and Corey Milner all coming back. Now our tight end, Trent Thomas, likely to leave. This one almost intercepted over the middle. Now 3rd and 10. But otherwise, most everybody looking to stay. Now Del Rio Wilson airing this one deep and broken up. Taiwan Ray Jr. Fantastic deep coverage. So back on offense, Jaguars. Can they make it a 3-score game in the championship against a very good team? This throw to a slant to Jalen Mbakwe is complete to the 37. I think Mbakwe has arguably been our best receiver since coming back. Now the flip to Jake Godfrey, and it'd be hard-pressed to say he also wasn't our best receiver. You're really splitting hairs. Now 3rd and 3, Rivers dropping back. Hit as he throws. This one's in the dirt. And out comes Davis Little. We'll settle for the safe option. Kick is up, and it is good. So 17 points. That is officially a 3-score lead for the Jaguars. Man in motion now. Play fake to Peyton Jones. We have not seen him much. They do get the throw out to him, and now he's on the move. Spinning inside the 50, still on his feet to the 42. Well, they finally get the ball to him. I was just about to say, the play fake, we have not seen him much. Now another play fake to him. This one through the air, it's caught. And this will go down to about the 20-yard line. That's Dorian Thomas, the tight end. Now man in motion. Play fake again to Jones and then throwing it to him. I like this. They're kind of pulling you off. They make you think it's a play fake to him, so you go for the run. Then you back off when you realize it's not actually a run, and then he's open. Now the handoff will go down to the 1 yard line. And it's 2nd and goal at the 1. Jones back in the game. It's a flip and a score. Tank Hawkins, star receiver, scores this one. And Marshall may be back in the game now. 10-point lead for the Jags. 1st and 10 at the 21. This toss play out. Duke Watson. Look at the block on the outside. Right on top of Tuatai. Levels the edge rusher, and Watson sprung free. He will score. And if you thought he was hitting the Heisman after that first one, let me guess. There it is. That might have just sealed the Heisman for him. How about that block from Tapa Tuatai? Fantastic stuff from the Rhino. Now the kick back to Marshall, and bouncing this one outside and hitting the Jets. Marshall running this down inside the 40, down to the 47-yard line. So about midfield to start this drive. Great field position. And the first throw underneath is caught. That is Atlee Cowan. Now 3rd and 10 at the 46. Del Rio Wilson over the middle. That's caught, but it's short of a first down. 4th and 3. And they send out the punt team. Lorenzo booting this one. And it is inside the 20, but still. 1st and 10, a chance to go up yet another score. Throwing this on the comeback. And Jake Godfrey, I thought that was Mbakwe. Looked like it might be for Trent Thomas as well. What an interesting play. Now 1st and 10 from the pistol. Look at the room for Kenyon Clay. He gets a good block from Godfrey, but Kenyon Clay doesn't have the speed of Duke Watson. That would have been 6 if it were Duke. Rivers now on the keeper on the RPO. One of the slowest players on the team, and he'll run this for 13 yards. 2nd and 8 at the 38, and it slants. Rivers dropping back, waiting for them to break open, throwing this. Mbakwe lays out for it. Now Godfrey was wide open on the other side, but Mbakwe makes a great play. 2nd and 8 now, rewarding Godfrey outside him, and Godfrey turns the corner. He scores. 31-7. What is going on in the Sun Belt Championship? Nearing the 2-minute warning now, and Peyton Jones with the 6-yard carry. We have not seen him at all, and with the score being what it is, they might not run for the rest of this game. 5 wide now. Hit as he throws Del Rio Wilson, and we'll get a 3 and out. Offense trying to pad the score yet more. Mbakwe on the touch pass will pick up 4. That makes it a manageable 3rd and 2. We come about jumbo package. Play up the middle, and he's short. This time they don't give us the friendly call. We come out with another jumbo set. It's a play fake. Throwing off his back foot, finding Duke Watson. He's got some space inside the 40 with a minute left, and we're at the 27. 3rd and 2. Rivers underneath. Cotton Mbakwe turns the corner, and he'll get down to the 12-yard line. And we go no huddle. Time winding down inside 30 now. 12 seconds left. To the end zone. Has Godfrey open, but he can't come down with the jump ball. I like the play on his feet. Rivers making things happen. Now the pump fake to the end zone. 1-on-1. Milliner comes down with it. Touchdown, Jaguars. We forget how good Corey Milliner can be when we talk about these receivers, but he absolutely mosses his DB. How about this score? I don't think anyone saw this one coming. 38-7 going into halftime. Watson already 150 yards on the game. 2 touchdowns. Likely locking up his Heisman Award with this performance so far, and that's only the first half. Now, we might want to sit him for quite a bit of the second half. We got to keep him healthy. Kenyon Clay 1st and 10. It's a 5-yard run as Dylan Smith injured on the play. And so Marshall will be down a defensive back. Now 2nd down and 5. Another run for Kenyon Clay, showing that we're going to give Duke Watson some rest to start this half. Now he checks in on this play in motion. And we're throwing this one underneath Mbakwe, 5 yards. Watson was wide open in the flats, though. Now 3rd and 5. And you don't want to start settling for field goals, but it's also not too big of a concern as Mbakwe catches this comeback at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 double stacks, pump fake, and then throwing it to him. So a designed pump and go on the screen, and then you still throw the screen. 2nd and 4 for Rivers. Drop back, throwing this one in zone. Corey Milliner catches it. Touchdown. Milliner's frame has been so good, known as a speedster, but he's been really solid in these contested catch situations. Back on offense again as we would get a stop. Mbakwe moving the sticks. It's 45-7. We're pretty much nearing putting the backups in and just running clock out in this game. Now underneath to Jake Godfrey. Has some space to run, and he'll run down to the 35. I would say one more score might go ahead and send the backups in. Another throw, Jake Godfrey, and he's wide open behind the second level. Now he's over 100 yards on the day. 1st and 10 at the 44. And just checking this one down to the drag. That's Mbakwe. Nice move outside. And he'll get inside the 30 to the 27. 1st and 10. RPO outside. Godfrey, one man to beat to the end zone. Jukes inside, and he gets down to the 6. As that's 300 yards on the day for Ryan Rivers. Now 1st and goal at the 6. Now 2nd and goal. Toss play. Watson outside. Diving into the end zone, almost getting hurt. Don't try that again, Duke. 3rd and goal at the 1. Rivers outside. Milliner open. Another touchdown catch. 3rd on the game for Corey Milliner. We've only thrown it to him in the end zone, and he's caught it. 52-7 your score. A shocker at home in the Sun Belt Championship. Final score would end up being 55-14 as we would just go ahead and end that game. And that means your South Alabama Jaguars are going to the college football playoffs. It is all but confirmed. Now, we don't know where they'll be seated in the playoffs, as Jared Holland's getting the shakes here. I guess it doesn't put the starters back in when you do the animations at the end. That's interesting. But a complete game offensively. Ryan Rivers looked great throwing the ball. The receivers were fantastic. The offensive line stood up both in the pass game and in the run game. Obviously, Duke Watson was great. Kenyon Clay looked good. I mean, we ran the ball to him and it was no problem. And then on defense, I thought we really stepped up in this one. 86% completion percentage for Ryan Rivers, 4 touchdowns through the air, and then Duke Watson 158 with 2 touchdowns. He basically sat the entire second half. I did not see any reason to even trot him out there. He locked up the Heisman, assumedly. 140 for Godfrey, 113 for Mbakwe. As the Sun Belt champions are your South Alabama Jaguars. Ironically, we fire our defensive coordinator after that game. It's the only stage to do it, and we were bad on defense this year. Even though he has a Mississippi pipeline, I want to go ahead and try to get a new coordinator. As we find out, Dion Hillman from Roswell, Georgia commits, a 3-star cornerback. Duke Watson, officially your Walter Camp Award winner with 2,363 yards on the year. Well deserved for him. Let's look through the rest of these awards. Duke Watson, your Maxwell Award winner. Guess what? That's going to spell pretty well for his Heisman chances. Duke Watson, your Heisman winner. The first Heisman in the series, 2nd year to South Alabama. Mobile, Alabama has a Heisman winner. What are we doing? Blaine Myrick wins the Chuck Bednarik, and I would agree with that. He was so excellent this year. Best player on the defense for us by far. Although RJ Moss has a case for that. Doak Walker, no shocker here. The best running back award goes to Duke Watson. Continuing the list, as we had a lot of award winners. Winston Malone, after his 2nd touchdown on the return, 1,500 yards. Now, that was how bad our defense was. Wins the return winner. And then Dick Butkus goes to Blaine Myrick. Best defensive player award goes to Myrick. What a year. And we find out South Alabama is seeded 11th in the college football playoffs, so not exactly getting the love there. We will face Clemson at Clemson in our first game. All-American team, no socks here. Duke Watson, RJ Moss, Blaine Myrick, your big 3 names. And I guess they don't have returners. I think NCAA 14 had returners, none here. 2nd team nationally. I double checked. Yeah, there's no returners. Okay. 2nd team nationally. No names. Okay. Very shocking here that we only got 3 names, but that's okay. National freshman team, we also didn't have anybody. All right. Looking at the Sun Belt, however, Jalen Rayner, well-deserved from Arkansas State, but Jake Godfrey, Stanton Ramble, Ryan Howerton, Kenton Jarrito, Tyler Thomas, no Rhino Tapa Tuatai, I disagree with that. RJ Moss and Blaine Myrick all make the first team. On the 2nd team, Colin Hurley from Troy, but no offensive players other than Rhino Tapa Tuatai. Emmanuel Waller, Ansel Dinamba, and then Christial Caldwell. Now, interesting, Ansel Dinamba made it. He missed like the last 2.5 games of the year. Welcome to the college football playoffs. Did you think you would be hearing that in season 2 of this dynasty? I did not. And I really just Don't understand how that even happened. I mean, yeah, we walked through our Sun Belt schedule for the most part, and we look competitive against Alabama. The Vanderbilt win, not exactly meaning much for us. I think they win 2-10 on the year. So I'm not really sure how this team made it, other than the rest of the group of 5 wasn't exactly great this year. But nonetheless, your Jaguars will start on offense against the Tigers. We're in our all whites this game, and it's going to be a pretty big environment here in Happy Valley, I believe, is Clemson's stadium. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been so long since I've really seen them be relevant. 2nd and 9. This pitch out to Duke Watson. He breaks the tackle. He's gone. Sprung free at midfield, and he runs it into the end zone. Second play of the game. Hey, Clemson fans, have you seen this guy? He's the Heisman winner. You had one in year 1. We've got one in year 2. No Cade Klubnik to save your day, as out comes Christopher Vezina to lead this Tigers offense. Down already 7-0. This throw will be caught. And they are led by so many stars on their team, it's really hard to pick one. But how about Tyler Brown, their first throw, and then this run. Gideon Davidson breaking off a big 20-yard run. He is probably their superstar on offense. Now this run going to go for about 4 yards. That's TJ Moore, the wide receiver. Now sending their running back out in the flats. And Vezina will be sacked. Randy Noble with the big sack in the Sun Belt game, and now with the big sack against Clemson. This will force the field goal attempt, and it is good. So even after Clemson's first drive, we still lead in this game. 1st and 10, man in motion. It's Jalen Mbakwe. Will flip it to him. He cuts inside. That's going to be a huge gain of 8 yards. Makes it 2nd down and 2. Toss play. Watson outside, and it's good defense. This is the best defense potentially we've faced all year. Maybe Alabama better. Hard to say. But Rivers will take off on 3rd and 5. And really, we haven't seen him run the ball at all this year. His knee Mansell's shaken up on the play. Runs it really effectively there. Now Watson on the RPO, taken down by multiple tacklers in the backfield. 3rd and 13. Rivers drop back through the air to Watson and over his head. Good defense anyway. And the Tigers get the ball back. Chance to go ahead in this game. His throw over the middle of the field. That's Bryant Wesco Jr., their number 1, their X. And it's an 8-yard gain. Now 2nd and 2. Play fake. And Vezina, a lot of time in the pocket. He'll check this down to Wesco Jr., who was, I guess, running just a screen. Sits in his route and catches it for the 1st down. 1st and 10, another play fake. And then throwing this one outside, Gideon Davidson. 6-yard gain. Defense trying to keep everything in front of them. Running a lot of cover 3. Now this throw underneath is caught for a 1st down, Tyler Brown. A lot of cover 3 and cover 4 today. You won't see a ton of blitzes. Now throwing this one through the air, almost intercepted. You got to come down with that Nehemiah Chandler. So a chance on 3rd and 6. Vezina hit as he throws, gets this one out. It'll be 1 yard short of a 1st down, and they send out the field goal unit. So still a 1-point lead. Throwing this underneath, Jake Godfrey's got a 1st down and then some, down to the 40-yard line. Jaguars definitely surprising in this 1st quarter as they have come to play. Toss play, Duke Watson, 1 man to beat. Does beat him, but then the juke actually gets him caught from behind. But he's up to 91 yards already on the game. Keep in mind, 2 of those runs of the 4 runs stuffed for a 3-yard loss each. Now this throw outside will gain 3 yards to Corey Milliner. It's 3rd and 7. Bubble out Godfrey, but it is covered well. 3-yard gain, and we'll send out Davis Little for our own field goal. And the kick is up. It is through the uprights. It's good. So a 10-6 lead for the Jaguars. They are fighting hard to keep this lead. Vezina, keeper, and he's got a big gain. Vezina down to about midfield at the 49. Not necessarily a runner, but he does have a good dual threat ability. And then this run, Gideon Davidson is absolutely carving us up so far. Our run defense against good star running backs has not been good this season, and they have one. Now the throw, that's tight end Christian Bentancur, who is a bit of an afterthought in this offense. Now the play fake, Vezina steps up, finds Bentancur again, down to about the 6. Make it the 7, it'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal at the 7. Drop back for Vezina, throwing this one out, and broken up. Again intended for Bentancur. This time, Deuce Vance with the play. 3rd and goal, Vezina sacked! And the stunt gets to him. Chantrell Lewis with the sack. So we force another field goal. We still have the lead. We are through 20 minutes of game time, and we have a lead on Clemson at Clemson in the college football playoffs. 5-yard gain, or 5-yard gain on first down. Now it's a 1st and 10. 2nd and 7 after throw to Milliner. Rivers dropping back, throwing this one as his check down to Trent Thomas. And that's going to be a 5-yard gain, makes it a manageable 3rd down and 2. Toss play, Duke Watson outside. Watson to the edge and doesn't get it. No gain. 4th and 2, we go for it. 4th and 2, RPO, Watson taken down in the backfield. And it's a loss of 3 and a turnover on downs. They have bottled up Duke Watson in this game. Now the keeper, Vizina, Green in front of him to the 10. Brought down at the 8-yard line. Clemson looking to take their first lead of the game. 1st and goal, play fake, Vizina to the end zone, caught, touchdown. And it's the first score of the game in the end zone for the Tigers. Number 6, Tyler Brown. They take the touchdown lead. 16-10 the score. Rivers having a heck of a time trying to adjust this play. Does finally get it adjusted and finds Mbakwe outside. How good has he been? 2nd and 10 now through the air. Caught. Jerry and Graham jukes outside. Graham has some blocks. He's gone. 30, 20, 10. Jerry and Graham, our 4th string receiver. Actually, our 5th string receiver behind Brennan Jenkins comes in and puts the Jaguars back on top. When you want to win games like this, you need players who are not known for being stars to step up and be stars. How about this run from their 3rd string running back to the 50? 1st and 10, Tigers looking to take another lead. This throw over the seam, caught, touchdown. And that will put the Tigers back on top, a touchdown. Or rather, 6 points. I guess that is a touchdown. Rivers, 1 minute left in this half, finds Jake Godfrey. Down past the 35, and we'll try to go ahead and get going. 40 seconds left, pitch out Duke Watson. Watson gets outside, steps out, inches short of a 1st down at the 46. Now 1st and 10 at the 48. Handoff, Watson bouncing this one outside on the RPO, gets out again. So we have preserved 2 of our timeouts to this point. 2nd and 1 at the 43. Throwing this outside, and Mbakwe gets his feet in bounds. 1st and 10 with 30 seconds left at the 34. Definitely would settle for a field goal here, but you want 6 as we get this to Mbakwe at the 20. Now 17 seconds left. Pitch out. Duke Watson tries to get to the edge. Will not get it. It's 4th and 2. And we'll send out Davis Little. That's fine. We'll take 3. Kick is up. And it is just inside the uprights as we make it a 3-point game at half. 23-20. We are fighting hard. Tigers do get the ball back to start the 2nd half. But how about this effort from the Jaguars? Definitely written off going into this game, I would imagine. Now, we did have that close game against Alabama, our only loss on the year. Alabama definitely in Clemson's weight class. But still, definitely punching above our weight here in South Carolina. Now, 2nd down and 6 to start this half. Vizina through the air, and it's caught. Bryant Wesco Jr. and our cornerbacks are just going to have really a field day defending these wide receivers. And by that, I mean sarcastically a field day. 2nd and 12. 36-yard line. Vizina out. Caught. Tyler Brown. He has definitely been their #1 target so far. Now a good play, taking down Gideon Davidson in the backfield. That's Emmanuel Waller. 3rd and 12. Can we get the defense off the field? Through the air, caught. And no, we cannot. That is a 1st down for Christian Bentancur, the tight end, once again. Has kind of been the sneaky pick for Vizina to throw to. And then this throw outside, 1 man to beat. We haven't called his name much. TJ Moore. You get one-on-ones with these wide receivers, they're gone. So a 10-point deficit for the Jaguars. Rivers through the air, hit as he throws. This one will be picked off. It's caught, and it's going back to about the 12-yard line. And unfortunately, Rivers not trying to put the ball there, but he got hit from behind. And now, look at the Tigers spinning off a tackle. Wesco to the end zone. 2 tacklers couldn't bring him down. Bryant Wesco Jr. scores, and don't look now. It's a 3-score deficit for the Jaguars. Might be crunch time now. Watson with some blocks. Watson outside. Watson at the 50. Down inside the 40. No. Good tackle outside. Thought he had a touchdown there. 2nd and 6 at the 37. Rivers hit as he throws. Gets this one out to Godfrey. I'm not even sure if Godfrey was the intended target. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the 27. Rivers drop back underneath. Shallow screen for Milliner. Milliner inside the 10. We have not seen him much today, but he gets this throw for about 20. Now 3rd and goal at the 8. You definitely want to score a touchdown here. Throwing this one out. Caught. Jerry and Graham to the 2. No score. 4th and goal. We'll go for it. Toss play. Watson outside. Watson inside, upended. He scores. Oh, mama. A heads-up play to cut that back in. Did not have the outside edge. Gets upended, but flips into the end zone. Thankfully not injured. So 1st and 10, interception. Blaine Myrick to the 20, the 15, the 10. Our senior captain getting us down to the 7-yard line. And he's given us a chance to flip the script in this game. Clemson fans, wake up. Don't leave just yet. The pitch out. Duke Watson cuts it inside. And we'll get down to the 1. Almost taken down in the backfield. 2nd and goal. Play fake. It's a sprint pass, and Watson gets it. We hit him with a little rope-a-dope sprint pass to Watson. He scores again. It's a 3-point game. 14 unanswered for the Jaguars. Now this run's going to get things started off. Gideon Davidson, not content sitting at 37. He has a 20-yard run ripped off. 1 minute left in this quarter. 2nd and 10 over the middle. TJ Moore once again. Clemson's offense has been so good, and we expected it to be, but it has been better than advertised, I would say. Now Christopher Vizina with the keeper, upended. Dallas Young with the really nice tackle. 3rd and 5. Can we get the defense off the field? Vizina broken up. Randy Noble with the early sack to force 3 instead of a touchdown. This kick is no good. It's left. Randy Noble now has effectively saved us arguably 17 points. Duke Watson, first play of this drive. That's going to be a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 3 now at the 45. And Mbakwe in motion. Flip pass to him. He's got a lot of green, and he cuts this one inside. Picks up a few more yards to the 43. So 1st and 10. 11 minutes left in this game. Milliner with the bubble now. Inside, and he picks up 9. Makes it 2nd down and 1. 34-yard line, handoff up the middle. Watson down to the 25. Watson 170 yards. This guy's for real. Now the throw out to Jenkins. Jenkins down to the 2. A dangerous throw. It is caught somehow, and Jenkins hangs on. 3rd and goal. Now field goal does tie this game up. Power eye left, and we run it right to the end zone. Trent Thomas comes down with it. Touchdown. Thomas, an undersold 2nd year, his junior season. He will likely transfer, as we've not gotten him in the ball as much as year 1. But he comes up with a huge play there. We're back on top. That's 21 unanswered points for the Jaguars to take a 4-point lead. Now, we didn't think the Tigers would just go away. Vizina through the air. Look at the space for TJ Moore. Down to the 30. 1st and 10 inside the 30 now. Tigers. And they'll look to run the ball. That's going to gain probably about 4. Be 2nd down and 6. At the 25. Handoff again. Reversing field. And that's going to be a 5-yard gain. Makes it 3rd down and 1. Can the defense come up big again? 3rd and 1. Handoff. Gideon Davidson. He's going to lose yards. That's a 4-yard loss. And now Clemson's going to go for it. No field goal. They don't think there's enough time left in this game. Through the air, and it's caught. TJ Moore. Oh, I thought we might win the game right there. 1st and 10. We're nearing 4 minutes left in this one. Vizina, late clock. He's got it. Throwing this one outside. TJ Moore. Tigers retake the lead. And now the Jaguars have to do something they haven't done, which is beat a top 10 team. Through the air to start this drive, it's Jenkins for an 8-yard catch. And if we take enough time and we score, we might be able to end this game. Duke Watson on the toss. He'll pick up the 1st down on the 3-yard run. Now 2nd and 10. Mbakwe in motion. Another flip to him. He's got Watson sealing the edge, and he'll pick up 8. Now manageable 3rd and 2, but we still need 3 to tie this game even. Can't get too complacent. Throwing this sprint pass again, Duke Watson. It's got the 3 we need to get the 1st down. And we're inside the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 up the middle. Duke Watson with a 6-yard, 7-yard run past midfield. Now 3rd and 2 once again. Kenyon Clay checks in, runs it up the middle. He's got the 1st down. And we're fighting hard. Now 3rd and 8. Toss play. Watson outside. Watson does have the 1st down, and he'll run this out of bounds. Keep the clock from stopping there. We're inside 47 seconds left now. 2nd and 10. Throwing this one underneath. Trent Thomas Doesn't get any. We have to take a timeout. It's 3rd and 10. No timeout taken. We go no huddle. Pitch out. Duke Watson has the edge. Gets outside the defender. He's inside the 5, down to the 3. 18 seconds left in this game. 2 timeouts. We have a few shots we can take. We score a touchdown. We might win the game. Rivers to the end zone. Caught! Jerry and Graham, they give it to him. It's a touchdown, and the Jaguars take the lead. The better Big Cats with the lead at Clemson. TJ Moore will field this in the end zone. He kneels it. 15 seconds left in this game. Can we win our first ever college football playoff game? How about this catch over the middle? They'll take a timeout. That's Bittencourt. Vizina, you might want one more shot. Yeah, they'll get it. Bittencourt now inside the 45, sets up a very manageable Hail Mary. Vizina has time in the pocket. Steps up to throw this one. It's going to reach the end zone. It's up there. It's broken up. They win. The Jaguars. A 4-point win at Clemson. And we're moving on to the quarterfinals. Who saw this happening in year 2 of the series? Duke Watson with the hero running over 200 yards. That last run to get around the edge. I thought, okay, he's got the first down at least. We keep this game alive. You know, we only need a field goal to go to overtime. We're going to overtime at very minimum. And then Watson turns the corner, hits the Jets. Now that Jerry and Graham touchdown, I'm not even sure the ball broke the plane, but we'll take the good officiating on our behalf. Watson putting us on his shoulders. The receivers coming up big. Jerry and Graham, undersold player of the game. The defense just did enough to give us a chance on offense. We knew the defense wouldn't be much in this game, but they gave us a few plays we needed to get the advantages to get back in the game. 80% completion percentage for Rivers, the one interception being while he was hit. Can't even fault him for it. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns for Watson. 50 yards, no touchdowns for Milliner. 70 and 37 for Mbakwe and Godfrey. And then on defense, 3 TFLs for Waller, a sack for Chantrell Lewis, Randy Noble, the pass deflection and the sack to save 2 drives. Fantastic stuff. Ryan Rivers, now your South Alabama single season passing yards record. That's pretty crazy because I didn't even think he had that insane of a year. He also sets the South Alabama single season passing touchdowns record. Now it does help, we played so many games. I believe that was our 14th on the season. And our second bowl win in the series. I think it's 4 to unlock the tactician tree or the architect. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. As we're breaking more records left and right. And we have won a college football playoff game. That means, well, first we'll look at Blaine Myrick winning your Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Week. I think that's deserved. Could also have gone to Randy Noble. And then obviously offensively, Duke Watson going to win Player of the Week there. 200 yards, 8 yards to carry. They did ball him up quite a few times, but still. We will be seeing the number 3 Texas Longhorns in the Verbo Fiesta Bowl in the quarterfinals. What a ride, as we also get Aaron Bowl to be our new defensive coordinator. We'll see how he does. What a ride this season has been. We're still playing ball. I bet you didn't expect to be seeing college football playoff in this episode, and now you'll see a second one in the next episode. That's right. We have a chance to win it all in year 2. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. I will see you next time. Have a good one.